Good afternoon, people of the YouTube. It is I, Mel, of Lithalia's Little Hook with Melanie. The birthday tiara means it is August, and welcome to another Kitchen Adventures with Mel. To all of you who are new, and to all of you who are returning, hello. What are we doing today? Let me show you. Okay, this looks like a mess, but it's not. We are making shake, shake, shaky. We are making angel food cake. Ta-da! And it is going to be orange flavored. And we are even going to candy some orange slices. Fancy, fancy. So, I made one for my county fair yesterday morning, lime flavored, and candied the lime slices. So we're going to go all fancy again, making one for our own family. Ignore the shaky shaky. I hope it doesn't make you sick. And ignore my Pikachu phone over there. And I thought, hey, this is fun and fancy. I will insert a picture right here of my entry to the fair. I put it in a shaped pan. It baked perfectly, came out fine, but you couldn't tell what the shape was. It was a dragon wrapped around her eggs. I love that pan. But you can't decorate the cake afterwards because you lose, my hands are clean, you lose the definition of the cake. So you could maybe put like a mirror glaze or a ganache over it. But yeah, powdered sugar it. Now you wanna. All right, we're going straight into this. This is the flour, a cup of the sugar, and the salt, and you want to sift it 4 times. So I'm going to just put it back in the sieve or sieve, whatever you want to call this, the thing with holes in it that my brain likes to pretend it is. And yeah, and sift it for number 2. And then we're going to do it for number 3. And this helps you get that really nice fine crumb of the cake. Now here's the fun part about my fair in Pennsylvania. You can enter your angel food cake to be in the statewide competition. So if I win first place in my county fair, it will go on to the statewide competition. And if I win first place in the statewide fair, I get $500. I don't think I will, but let's all keep our fingers crossed. Now I tried a crumb or 2 of my cake. Only a crumb, but I couldn't taste the lime. So I'm going to add extra zest. Oh shoot, I was supposed to zest into this. We'll mix the zest in after the sifting. Yeah, I talk and I forget. Okay, so that's all nice and sifted 4 times. Now we're going to zest these bad boys. I got this cute little zester last birthday from a friend of mine, Karen, and I needed a zester, and she got me this cute one. I can't zest my fingers because it goes on my hand, and it collects all the zest inside. So, oh yeah, I'm doing it the wrong way. You go side to side. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Well, I could, oh, that smells delicious. And if you hear my family, it's just my dad and my sister, and you can ignore them. I do. Yep. Oh, that is beautiful smelling. Hi, baby. Ruby, Queen Ruby. Hashtag Queen Ruby is down here. She may get a little frantic. We're having intermittent thunderstorms, and she does not enjoy the thunder. We also have a tornado warning until 9 p.m. So I'm still doing it over the bowl. And look, she moved you. I didn't even notice. So sorry about that. Yep, just ignore. I'm going to talk over them, and hopefully you cannot hear them. So, yep. And you don't want to zest down to the white. If you get to the white, it becomes bitter. It's called the pith. Pith. It's pithy. Yep. So this one's pretty much zested as much as it can be. We're going to get it, and then we take it off. Look at all that beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Put it back on. We can learn this into the next. La, la, la. It's going to be beautiful. And there it went onto the bag. La, la, la. So, I wish you could smell this. We're going to make sure this cake has orange flavor. I'll tell you what though, my tiny hand holding on to this, not good for my wrist. My wrist is yelling. I like wearing my Bunsen and Beaker shirt when I cook or bake because it really is science. Weird science. Do, 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 do. Weird science. It's kind of weird, but nah. Do you all remember that Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie? He was one of the bullies, one of his smaller roles. He always played the bullies before he made it big. And then he was Iron Man. Yep. Oh, so much. It's going to be so orangey. Because we are also going to juice these puppies and put some in there. Yep. Not just zest. Get it all. Get it all. Okay. And I will link the recipe for this down below. Now, see, I got the recipe online, but I altered it because I can't be simple and just use what they have. No, I have to change it. So, just put the oranges, use my juicer. Okay, you can't see me juicing. I'm only going to juice one of them though because I want to get the slices off of the other one to candy later. And then we're also going to make sure no seeds are in it. So we're going to strain it through the same thing that we did the sifting through. Now that's a nice amount of juice. But we're going to put the juice in the egg whites. Okay? So, the knife can go away now. And this can go in the trash. I'm just going to whisk the zest into the dry ingredients. So it's all mixed up. You don't want any clumps of anything. You want it thoroughly mixed throughout your cake so that, you know, one person doesn't get a whole lot of the flavor and the other person gets none of your flavor. Clean up a little. You try to keep a clean workspace as you go. Okay. So, first thing you want to do, you want to have your egg whites at room temperature. Here are some tips to a good angel food cake. Egg whites at room temperature. You want your mixing bowl to be clean, no grease in it. Your egg whites won't rise if it's greasy. Okay, so in the stand mixer with the whisk attachment, you want your egg whites, and I have 13 egg whites at room temperature. In they go. All of them. And we're going to go medium-high speed. Now, let me move this stuff so you can see it. I've already used that, so let me get it out of the way for you. Won't be needing any of that anymore. And I will bring you over so you can see the magic of egg whites. Hey, I hope you can hear me. After they start getting frothy, you want to add your cream of tartar and your flavoring. Hopefully that will be enough with the zest to give it a nice orange kick. Now we're going to let it go until it gets more frothy, and then we're going to add the sugar, the remaining sugar. I got to go get it. I love this measuring cup because it has smaller measurements inside that you can measure up to. So you don't need 5 measuring cups to measure 5 different things. So you want to slowly add the rest of your sugar because you don't want it to just deflate it. Ooh, I don't like that there are lumps in there. Some of my cream of tartar was up on the side. I want to make sure all my ingredients get into the mix. And now we let it go until it's soft peaks. So I'll bring you back when it's that. Okay, This is coming up on soft peaks. Let me check it. It might be there now. Not quite. Still too runny. A little bit more. It's a magic trick, really. But really, science. And what I'm watching is how long and how sharp the ribbons that the mixer leaves stay. And that's what I'm judging on. I'm so judgy. I'm just so judgy. I'm a judgy person. Let me see. Okay, a soft peak, that is a perfect soft peak. It glops down. Okay, look. It glops down right down there. It might even be a bit too firm. It falls down, but then it stays. You see how it fell over on itself? Wait, you didn't. It's down too far. It falls down on itself, but then it holds its shape. See, it won't stay up on the... Now it's too high. It won't stand up on the mixer, but it will hold its shape when it's folded over. That's a soft peak. So that, okay, is done. And next, all right, I'm just reading them to reacquaint myself since yesterday because my brain is a sieve. Okay. And there are so many ads on this webpage that jumping, I believe. Okay. Here we go, peeps. Peoples of the YouTube. We take this bowl and mix it into this bowl in 4 groups. Okay? So I just take my mixing thing. I sprinkle it because you do not want to deflate your egg whites. Okay? Sprinkle it lightly. And then, have you ever heard the term folding? Mm-hmm. Okay. Folding. I use the flat end to fold through. And they say in the blog, they say, in my vintage cookbook, it says it should take no more than 10 folds. Well, yeah. You do it until you don't see dry stuff anymore. And my dad's about to walk through, you're going to see his legs. It smells delicious. And it's going to taste it too. But see, it deflates it a little. Don't freak out. It's life and it's science. And then we add a little more. By the end, you're going to have all the dry stuff mixed in. No freak outs. You can make sound effects like me when you do it if you're weird. Or normal. Weird is the new normal. My computer is running an ad. Let me stop that before something tries to, yell at me on YouTube. Remember to scrape the bottom and the sides of your bowl to get all of those dry things. Dry things, batter, flour, whatever you want to call it. Don't use a whisk. It will definitely deflate your batter. And if Rusty's Craig is watching this, I'm sure he's going, don't do that, don't do, or maybe he's cheering me on. I don't know. I haven't been in baking school for a while, so I may be doing things totally against the grain. Oven's preheated, just in time. So we're baking this. Here's another trick I picked up. We bake it for 35 minutes. I think. Hold on. No. We bake it for 25 minutes at 375. And then for 10 minutes at 350. And it came out perfect. So that's a trick from the lady who put this recipe up. I will put a link to the original recipe, and then I'll put, my own recipe that I alter. Yeah. Because I have to change things and make them my own. And the last little bit. And then I will let you know what my family thought of this. At the end. We still have a lot of good volume in there. Just want to do a scrape and make sure I don't have any big pockets of dry stuff. Dad, is it a miracle? Do I have anything on my shirt? Awesome! Didn't wear an apron, didn't get stuff on my shirt. It is a miracle if that happens. Okay. This is an antique tube pan I found in the thrift shop. It's square. It's so cool. I washed it out so it's nice and clean. Trick to angel food cakes. Don't use a non-stick pan. I don't know if this is non-stick or not. I mean, if it used to be, oh well. Don't spray it. Never spray an angel food cake pan. It's dark and it's a little slick, but it's really not slick anymore. But never spray it. Angel food cake needs to grip the sides of its pans to rise. So all those angel food cake pans that they sell nowadays that are non-stick, yeah, they're not what they're meant to be. So yeah, even Wilton's pans, they say angel food cake pan, but they're non-stick. And it's like, what you doing, Wilton? Do you know how this is supposed to be? So, I'm just going to fill it. Try to do it evenly. I love that it's an odd shape, And you can do shaped ones. But like I said, the one, I don't know actually, did I say? The one I did yesterday for the fair was a dragon wrapped around her eggs, and it baked great, and And I even got it to come out in one piece, but you couldn't tell what the shape was supposed to be. So maybe if you're going into a competition, don't do that. Maybe get one of the fancy schmancy tube pans and do that. Um, but yeah. So, and then you want to level it as best you can. I will get one of my offset spatulas. And you want to run a knife through it to try to get out any air bubbles. So I will show you that. Because I know there are a ton of amazing cooks and bakers out there, but I also know that there are some beginners who would love to see every step in every process. So, lovely baking drawers that I have. Offset spatula for icing things. So we will just level. I have this movement down pat. Hello, X cake decorator here. So leveled, and then we're just gonna take it upright and run it through, trying to get any air bubbles, especially near the sides. And that's all we do. With a regular cake batter, you would pick the tin up about half an inch to an inch off the table and drop it. And that's how you get the air bubbles out. But this is all air for rising. So you wouldn't want to do that with this. The rising agent is air. So I'm getting sticky, but I don't want to lose that batter. Okay, so into the oven it goes for 25 minutes. And I'm going to turn the light on because we do not want to open the door to check on it at all. And even when we're going to change the temperature, we don't want to open the door. Say bye-bye, and I'll bring you back to candy the orange slices. Hi guys, we're back. And I have cut my orange slices. I cut them a little thicker. They're more like a quarter-inch because my mandolin cuts them way too thin. So you bring water to a boil, you drop them in. My dad's pounding something, and then you put them in there. They're not all slices. They're whatever they are. Yeah, we're doing this. And you stir them around for about a minute until they get tender. So I'm going to use tongs because that's how I'm going to get them out again. La 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 la. Timer on the stove is going because the cake's in for the rest of its time. And we're going to be using this pot again to candy them. Fresh water though, because as you can see, it's getting a bit muddled. Yeah. I did the mandolin yesterday with the limes and it made them thin, thin, thin. And I could curl them and stuff. I liked it, but the picture on the blog page shows them thicker, more like this. So I thought I'd try them this way. I'm going to see which way I like it better. I'm thinking the mandolin. And then you put them in an ice bath. You're going to laugh at my ice bath. We don't have ice cubes unless we make them in our ice cube maker. Or ice maker, which is a little machine, not in our fridge. So I'm using ice pops. My sister hates the grape ones, so I'm sacrificing their lives in a bowl of cold water. Well, it's been about a minute and a half, but they were a little thicker. And they look a little flopsy-wopsy. So we shall put them, we shall shock their poor little lives. Oh yeah, that's flopsy. In the ice, whatever it is, the ice pop bath. Don't lose your guts. Oh, and then we shall put fresh water in here. And we're going to put it on the other burner because this is a turbo burner. And we don't want to do what I did yesterday and make caramel and then just burn them. I can't work tongs. Okay. Cool off. Cool off. Okay. Nope, no bare hands. Here's my other. Oh, it's over there. I'll be right back. Okay, we need a cup of water. It's been cleaned out. And a cup of sugar. I'm not putting this down on the stove. That burner was just on. That's a way to lose your new container. Okay. And we're going to melt that down. And I think we bring it to a boil as soon as I get it mixed all together, which is a simple syrup if you didn't know that term. Just water and sugar. Learning things. It's great to learn new things. I hope you can hear me over all the different things. We have the air conditioner, the dehumidifier, the oven fan going. Geez, so many things going. So you just want to stir it to get the sugar to dissolve and incorporate. And then bring it to a boil. Nope. Come on, Mel, you don't want to burn your stuff. Okay, so you want to bring it to a boil, and when it's boiling, you want to lower it to medium heat and add the slices of fruit in a single layer. That's why I picked a bigger pot so they could all lay on the bottom in a single layer, hopefully. And then you want to let it simmer for about 30 minutes because they're thicker slices till they become about translucent in the middle is what it says. Mainly until, it coats them. And then you want to transfer them to that rack over there over a pan. So if it drips the sugar, it doesn't ruin your, get all over your counter and everything. So, see, you can see the sugar's dissolved. No more little granules down there. So, but it's got to boil. To boil. I hope that's, well, it should be, especially if it's simmering. It'll bubble up and over the pieces. It doesn't look like a thick enough layer of liquid to go over some of my generous cuts of fruit. Generous 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, uneven cuts. What would some of the chefs on Worst Cooks in America say about my knife cuts? And the way I hold a knife, I would get that marker on my finger because I hold it like that. Yeah. I try to fix it. Yeah, no. Anne Burrell, she would be at my station all the time just markering up my whole hand. My whole hand would have Sharpie all over it. Hmm. I do love her though. I absolutely love her. I don't think I do too bad on that show. I mean, I'm more of a baker than a cook, but I do all right. I make a mean chili. I made my first chili by just kind of throwing in things I thought sounded good, and it came out delicious. So, yeah, it's a starting to bubble. The oranges look like lemons now. I don't know if that's right. My orange slices look like lemons. Yeah, they're a bit bright. Okay, so the cake's ready to come out. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty. And we need something because when you cool an angel food cake inverted, so upside down, and we need something because this one doesn't have feet. Angel food cake pans usually have feet to rest it on, but since this one didn't reach the top, I could probably just flip it. I think I can. Just like let it rest on itself. Yeah, totally. I'm good. Good. All right. It's kind of simmering now. We're going to let it go to a full boil. Full boil. Come on, baby. Some people would call that a boil. I'm saying you're attempting to boil. Yeah? I was born of dragons. We'll make sure all the really good slices get in there first, so they're at least in there. And then the semi good, and then the. Alright. Oh, yeah, you're not even covered. Ooh, we might have to put some more liquid in there. And you're a maybe. I thought I had more better ones. My English, yeah, might be headache medicine time. My English language is going this far downhill. Where's my thing? Don't lay on top of your brothers and sisters like that. I only have one more. It's a half slice. He needs to fit. And it will, of course, if you're, you know, you probably already know this, but it will, of course, stop bubbling. It'll start up again. It's because you're introducing colder items. There we go. Now you're under. You're just on the wrong side of the pan. Everybody's under. Oh, there come our bubbles again. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this. I do not want caramelization like last time. So we shall watch this, and hopefully my family will get to try some candied oranges. Fancy, like the Brits eat. And then Lisa Ladybird and Miss Moo and, Perp will all be like, wait, we don't eat those. And I'll be like, shh, shh, you don't know that. All right, I'll call you back when it's all, they're candied and I've got the cake out and it's all decorated and you can see the fanciness. All right? All right, bye. I am going to pull these out of the sugar because I'm starting to smell caramel popcorn. And that is not what your oranges should smell like. So, we're, and this time instead of putting them directly on the rack, which they stuck to last time, I'm putting them on freezer paper, which on one side is like parchment and on the other is like wax paper. I don't know where I picked it up, but hopefully they will not stick to the wax paper side. We shall see. It's all an experiment. We're doing science, which to you just looks like cyan. Cyan. Yeah. So we'll make them look all pretty, so maybe they'll harden or stickify in a certain shape or something. That's what I did last time. I made them into little arcs and things. Yeah. Maybe stick two of them together in a shape. Who knows? Whatever. Right? They're hot. Imagine that. Molten sugar. Hot. Yeah, Mel. Brains. Brain power. We have a little. Okay. Yeah. Sugared candied oranges. And a pot that needs to be underwater. Mhm. Let's just shift our cake, which we can now touch the pan of so that all this pretty stuff, has a little more room. Adjust things. Remember, born of dragons, so I can actually touch this molten sugar stuff. I'm also making my dad dinner. Dinner consists of microwave stuff. Yeah. And hopefully I can get that back off the paper then. All right. I'll bring you back when we decorate. And you can hear the rain pouring on the roof, but here's our finished product. And my dad says the oranges taste delicious, but all finished and ready to be eaten. So I could smell the orange coming off the cake when it came out of the pan, so I know it's going to taste delish. We'll have it tomorrow or tonight, whatever. And of course, it had to fall. Couldn't stay up. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for joining me for this kitchen adventure with Mel. Bye bye. Shine bright.